Here's a quick overview of your Mile High Water Solutions 330 gallon IBC tote single axle trailer. So I'll start out here in the front. So you've got a standard 7-pin RV style plug that controls your trailer lights, trailer breakaway charge system, and trailer brakes. You've got a vertically adjustable interchangeable hitch there, so you can switch that out for a 2-inch 2 5/16 or a pintle, adjust it vertically for different tow vehicles. Pipe mount jack, that way you can swing it up when it's in tow mode, swing it down when you're going to be obviously parking the trailer. You've got a Honda GX 160 motor mounted to a AMT 2P5XA pump. That's a high pressure pump. This system puts out a little bit over 90 psi and a little bit over 100 gallons a minute. Pretty formidable pump system. Ideal for 1.5-inch fire, 2-inch fire hose, 1.5-inch fire hose. It'll really spray. So here in the front, you've got two boxes. Box on the left is the trailer breakaway system battery and charge control. So there's a button down here. When it's not plugged in, you push that real hard, it'll tell you low or full. Right now it's got the amber light on because it's plugged into the truck and it's charging. So it's telling you that it is charging and tied in. Your specific tow vehicle, you want to make sure that it is ready for charging for a trailer breakaway system. Lots of them, they don't install a fuse, and you got to put a fuse in it. But the way you know whether yours is good or not, if you're plugged in, that light's on, that means it is the charging system is working on the tow vehicle. Behind this junction block is all the wiring. Makes it really easy for testing the wiring and doing repairs, but that covers all your clearance lights, brake lights, and trailer brakes. You can see the trailer is outfitted with the diamond plate enclosure. Gives you a nice storage out there in the front. A nice little step here on the corner where you can access the top of the tank from both sides to access the fill hole on the top. The little bulkhead cap there, as you can see, it's off right now. You want to make sure anytime you're towing it, you got that well secured, otherwise it will disappear. But the good thing about IBC tanks is that's a readily available part on Amazon. 5,200 pound rated axle, so it's rated significantly higher than what your trailer is, what it's capable of carrying. So it works good for off-road and extreme use. Did get a polyurea coating on all the high wear surfaces. We did set you up with a outboard clearance light. That way, if you're towing at night, you can see the outer edges of your vehicle. Obviously, standard trailer tow lights there. Now the hold down system for the IBC tank is removable if you need to ever remove it to use it as a utility trailer or to service the tank. Easily removable, 4 bolts and the cage pops off, or 8 bolts and it completely disassembles. Kind of same thing from this side. So trailer breakaway cable attaches to the tow vehicle. Breakaway cable, if it gets actuated, that trailer brakes are now engaged. They're not designed to stay engaged for long periods of time. So pretty simple. You just figure out how the key goes back in there, give it a push, and now they're disabled. Have a 2-inch cross. That way you have one unused outlet here. You can add an extra hose bib or something that you need here, leave it plugged off. You have a high flow garden bib here. High flow garden bib, standard 3/4 GHT thread hose bib. And here is a 2-inch cam lock. Motor has standard starting procedures. There's also a manual that I'll send with the trailer. One for the pump, has all the pertinent information for the pump itself. Another one for the engine, has all the pertinent information for that. Warranty, oils, oil change intervals, starting procedures, things like that. But pretty standard. You've got your on-off switch over here. Flip this from this side up, on, down, off. It is marked from the side, but it's standard Honda on, off there. So we'll switch this into the on position. Choke up here on top, choke in the on position, fuel on the bottom, fuel in the on position, throttle here. I normally try to give it just a little bit. Pull it. Turn the choke up. Okay, now you're good to go. Right now, the bulkhead ball valve is in the on position, it's in line with the hose. If it was in the off position, it'd be horizontal to the hose. So we should have water pressure from there. Now, this valve, this cam lock, can't remove the cam lock with the engine running, otherwise it's got pressure behind it. So we'll shut this off, shut it off, bleed the pressure. Okay, now when we pop this cam lock off, there is going to be water flow from there, just gravity from the tank. We can turn it off here, but I will typically just have the hose ready and available. Pop this off, hook up the hose real quick, put it back together. Pretty simple process. You can save that little splash of water by turning that off. Obviously horizontal to the hose. Now it's in the off position. We should get very little water out of here. Okay, cap back on. The important thing to remember, if this motor is running, especially if it's running at a high RPM, that could have 100 PSI behind it, could present a major problem. That can't be removed while the motor's running. Best case scenario, you get really wet. Worst case scenario, somebody gets injured. So make sure that you bleed the pressure off of it here. You can have the valve closed or on, depends on how wet you want your boots, but do not remove this while the engine is running. You do have two drains. Drain here on the top, drain down here on the front. These are very susceptible to freezing. This aluminum housing is very thin. If you're in an area that gets freezing a bunch, I would highly recommend you've got a procedure. Pop these guys open that valve, pull the top drain, and pull the bottom drain anytime you're in freezing conditions. Keep it from freezing and breaking the pump. I think that pretty much covers the trailer. Obviously, if you have any questions on it, you can always give us a call.